All right, guys, the element Theos 2 to 10 is what happens when a company slows down and studies how shooters actually use their rifles. And they designed an optic around real behavior rather than just marketing trends. The first thing you notice is the glass. The Japanese ED lenses deliver a sharp yet clean image with excellent color and edge clarity that normally belongs in a much higher price bracket. Now, it is one of those scopes where the moment you look through it, the quality is just obvious. The 2 to 10 magnification that the Theos gives you is a level of versatility that standard LPVOs just really don't achieve. At 2x, it feels fast, intuitive, and when you dial it to 10x, you immediately enter a level of performance that LPVOs just struggle to reach. The parallax adjustment here on the side, which will be your left side, is just, it really seals the deal. It's very nice to have this. It's something that a lot of LPVOs just don't have. They're typically locked to infinity, which is why they tend to look soft and a little blurry when you try and shoot out the distance. But this just doesn't have that. This has that, you can get that perfect focus every single time, no matter your range here. I do believe this does go all the way up to 1,000 and down to 10. And then at that 100 mark right here on the side, I don't know if you can get this, but the 100 mark here on the side, you actually have a ball bearing in there so that it gives you that click. So that way, as soon as you hit that 100, it stops. That's nice to have. This picture quality of this on this optic is just, it's very phenomenal for the price and what it is. The Theos, it just maintains clarity at any range because you can tune that picture exactly where you want it. Now, this is also where the conversation about LPVOs becomes important. Many shooters use LPVOs kind of incorrectly without realizing it. They buy a do everything optic and then they mount a red dot on top, just like this. And then the moment that they do that, they tend to use the dot for just stuff that's up close, and then the LPVO for your magnified shots, which effectively kind of turns that LPVO in just to like a heavy 6x, 8x, or 10x scope that doesn't have great eye relief. This element 2 to 10 solves that entire problem. The eye box on this optic is so forgiving compared to most LPVOs that you don't have to smash your face into this like same exact spot every time or hunt the image, whether you're moving or leaning, shooting unconventional positions, or just transitioning quickly. The optic stays usable and stable. You still have the option to run a piggyback red dot if you want, but the Theos doesn't punish you if you don't. Now, the reticle that is inside this 2 to 10 is MPR 1D. It's very clean and it's very practical. It gives you holdovers and win references without turning the sight picture into, a cluttered Christmas tree mess of a bunch of dots and lines and all this other stuff. It gives you exactly what you need and nothing more. The fast focus eyepiece lets any shooter dial in the sharp reticle in seconds. I really enjoy this. It's very, crispens up that reticle nicely. Illumination is strong, daylight capable. If an aim point is like a 10 on the brightness scale of Theos, lands around an 8. I'd give or take that. Most LPVOs usually only reach like a 4 or 6, which makes the Theos clearly brighter and for easier use in full sun situations. The turrets are one of the standout mechanical features of this optic. Each click is crisp. The elevation turret includes a built-in revolution indicator right here on the front that prevents one of the most common mistakes in long-range shooting, and that's getting lost on the dial. After you complete your first full rotation, a small post automatically sticks out and shows you that you're now in the second turn. And when you dial that back down, it drops back again to number 1. It's clear, automatic, and it just requires zero thought. It's exactly how a turret should work. Zeroing is completely toolless. It takes under a minute. You basically just unscrew this top little cover here, and then you have this basically, so you get your optic all zeroed, whatnot, make your adjustments, and then you simply just lift this cap off, set it back down, and then that way it's at 0, and then when you do shoot, you do need to make adjustments, you're all set there. Now, despite its capabilities, the scope remains pretty compact and pretty well balanced. It fits almost all mounts, with only extreme wide ring spacing being an issue. Now, the weight is competitive, sitting within a few ounces of the most popular LPVOs and matching the ZCO 2-10 almost exactly. Now, it never feels bulky on the rifle, and it keeps the gun very responsive. This optic shines because it supports the way people actually shoot. The sight picture stays stable, the controls fall into place naturally, and the optic never forces you to slow down or overthink. Whether you're practicing fundamentals, working around barriers, taking a shot further than you normally would with something like this, it just keeps the image clear and consistent, and it removes friction, letting you focus on the shot instead of the equipment. When you step back and you look at the entire package that this 2-10 gives you, it fills a space that most optics just kind of leave a little empty. It blends the speed people want from something like an LPVO with the clarity and reach of a true mid-power optic. Now, the turret system gives you confidence at every distance. It's modern, well thought out, and it elevates the rifle without demanding too many compromises. Now, for shooters building a rifle that need to cover more than just one job, this Element 2-10 fits into that space effortlessly. Whether you're running drills at 15 yards or taking a slow, steady shot past what you normally would attempt, nothing about the optic holds you back, and it's kind of that glass that grows with you. The better you shoot, the more it gives you to work with, and that's the entire point. Kind of like the optic doesn't really dictate how you use the rifle, but supports whatever you're trying to do next with the rifle. Now, what makes the Theos stand out is where it sits in the market. Most optics either give you speed up close or clarity at distance, but very few manage to balance both without adding weight, complexity, or unnecessary features. This Theos threads that needle, in my opinion. It gives shooters a true mid-power capability with the handling of a lightweight carbine optic, and it does it at a price point that undercuts scopes offering kind of less capabilities than what this offers. You're not buying marketing hype, you're buying performance that actually shows up the moment you put the rifle on target. Now, it is priced pretty competitively at $24.99, while other optics like the Attacker 1-8 is around $2,800, and then the Loophole 2-10 at $2,600. All are great options, but we really enjoy the Element 2-10. Do your research and find out where it works best for you. All we can do is try and help each and every one of you, as we really like all the optics. We appreciate all of you, and thanks for watching.